Welcome back to Midlight Labs. As you may have seen, our last video was so full of the Skagway Mushers Camp puppies that we had to break this day into two parts. We're getting ready to kick off the afternoon with a hike and wrap it up with dinner at Tiana's. As you debark the Wonder at the ore dock, you're going to follow the path to the left, along the Tiana Inlet. As you follow the path around, you're going to see a beautiful, well, metal bridge. It's a little bit windy here, so don't be surprised if you find yourself being a little blown away. Our goal is Yakutania Point. It's a half a mile. We'll see if we can make it. I found out after the fact that it's actually pronounced Yakutania Point, rather than Yakutania as you hear me say in the rest of the video. So it's super windy here in Skagway today. If you haven't heard any audio in the last parts, it's because I've cut it all out. It's like 30 knot winds right now, 30, 35 knot winds. It's super, super crazy. But we're gonna go try to hit Yakutania Point. Let's go. We were told that these are berries. I don't know what type of berries they are. Pretty little hike. Cliffside rocks. So all of that wind that you hear is being that's what's coming at you when you're coming over the bridge. It's awesome. It's so pretty. I think someone lost something on the trail. I'd say this trail rocks. Just coming up on the AB Mountain Pass. You could go that way about 2.5 miles, I think it said. Do part of the Arctic Brothers stuff. Plus, we're continuing on the easy path. We go this way, but I want to see what that is. What's this? It is an outhouse. It's a proper outhouse. Look at this experienced hiker, 3 points of contact. Oh, she knows what she's doing. Let's see if I can do the same. Yellow sign. We're going the right way. Hiking time. Hiking time. It's pretty. I think we're almost here. I see the picnic table area. I think we found it! We're here! Hello, Wonder. So if you come down from those rocks that we were just on, you can make your way down to this little nifty little beachy area. Look how pretty this is. Nice area to leave your backpack for a minute while you walk on down. Okay, now to find my way back up. Okay, every once in a while, it's worth relearning an old lesson. A lesson that you learned in 4th grade. Rocks are slippery. We hiked out to Yakutania Point. It was absolutely gorgeous out here. We're at Skagway. We are parked at the ore dock. And if you come on out here, definitely come on out here. It took us, what 10 minutes to walk out here?
Yeah.
It's super fast, super short little hike, easy. I mean, my mom did half marathon in January, followed by 11.9 miles the next day. So she's definitely like, she knows what she's getting herself into when it comes to this kind of stuff. She has a better understanding of hiking and outdoor activities and what her body can handle. And so with that, you know, keep in mind with your age and abilities. But if you are able-bodied, it's a little bit rocky, but most of the trail is pretty firm to get out here.
Yeah, the trail was fine. I just would recommend, I mean, if I were to do it again, I would want a hiking pole, just for balance, because I was wearing a backpack and hiking shoes are big and clunky and thick, so you don't feel quite like you've got your footing in the same way.
But a pole would have been...
Right, but I'm careful, and I did it.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, getting out here and enjoying the beautiful view. And I think that's a lot what an Alaskan cruise is about.
It's about seeing what there is to see in Alaska, because it's gorgeous out here. And we're a little bit shielded from the wind in this little nook spot. I also want to give a quick shout out to Adrian from Theme Park Express for introducing us to the Yakutania Point hike. We were watching his vlogs earlier this summer to kind of prepare for our Alaska trip, see what we wanted to do, kind of plan out our days a little bit. And we saw him come out here. He did it twice in one day, once on his own, once with his family. And it was awesome to see something that we hadn't seen before. And I like hiking, but I don't do it a whole lot.
Right. We never would have thought to do it if it wasn't for his blog.
Exactly.
So thank you, Adrian.
So thank you, Adrian. We really appreciated it. And this was...
gorgeous view.
Gorgeous. We 100% would also recommend it because this is amazing. So this building that is completely covered in driftwood is super cool. It's been almost original, like the facade is like, I think they said it was still 85% original wood. A couple pieces have been replaced, but not all of it. So when this is the AB, the Arctic Brothers, it's like the version of the Elks or the Eagles out here. And so when they would hike up to like 3,500 feet or something, they would grab a piece of driftwood, carve their name in the back, and then they'd attach it to the front of the building. Now it's a visitor's location, but it's pretty cool. Just like any tourist town, you get the generic Del Sol, Tanzanite International, generic tourist shops. So let's see if we can find something that's a little more authentic. Like the Skagway Hardware Company. That looks good. Ooh, Goldberg Cigar Store. Huh. Stored by the National Park Service. Pretty much everything closes at 5 except for the super touristy places. And it's 5:30. In 1918, there was a major ship that sank. October 24th, 1918. Wow. The USS Princess Sophia sailed from 1912 to 1918. A lot of the Skagway vlogs feature the White Pass Railway train to the Yukon. This one doesn't. But in all seriousness, the trains are what brought Skagway onto the map. Skagway is one of the best preserved gold rush towns, possibly the best preserved gold rush town, due in no small part to the fact that the National Park Service owns a lot of the buildings, and they've restored a lot of the buildings. If you wish to make any major changes to a historic building, you could be slapped with a major fine and potentially lose custody of the building. Skagway has definitely lived up to its name, windy place. It's been really windy today. We've heard that the tides in Alaska can go upwards of 30 feet in 2 to 3 hours, which just blows my mind. We got like the best table at Tiana. I am extraordinarily excited. And let's show off the menu. We have to show off the menu. Look at how pretty this menu is. So pretty. Perfect.
Alright, so they say life is short, so eat dessert first. So I'm going to have tiramisu as my appetizer, because I don't love anything really on the menu. As a matter of fact, I'm getting an appetizer from the kids' menu.
So we have the no sugar added tiramisu.
Now, are you ready to have some fun with me tonight? What has fun? Really good food.
Good music.
Music. To get everything swinging in here. So please help me welcome to the stage our very special musical guest, the Crawfish Crooners.
That brings the necessities of life. Miss Tiana, ragtime
Come on, up here, Bruce. Don't be shy. Now, remember, you know the first rule of the Bible is never take directions from a game. But I'm glad you made it, Bruce. Now I got a question for you. Are you hungry? Of course you are. I'm so obsessed with messing up playing something special back there. Come on, let's go see. Oh, don't go anywhere, huh? Hard-faced Bruce will be back real soon.
It feels like Thanksgiving turkey.
I know, I love Thanksgiving turkey.
Is it enough?
Yes, thank you, Nico.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nico.
So I'm having Thanksgiving dinner tonight.
So I got the New York strip loin with some truffles, potatoes, and some other yummy things. Should be good.
Slow you down. But I know exactly where we're going. Closer and closer every day. I'm almost there.
Apparently this is root beer. I don't know how that works. So we just got back to our room and look at our little frog. I love that the tongue is a little frog. That's so cute. Or the tongue is a chocolate. I love it. So cute. So that's pretty much it from us for tonight. We had our
Musher camp.
with 3-week-old puppies. I don't know if we mentioned that earlier in the video. They're 3 weeks old. That's why they're so teeny tiny. Such babies. They were adorable, and that was just amazing. I loved it. I'm also a dog person, so I'm biased. We were at Tiana's for dinner tonight, and their menu is interesting. There's a lot of New Orleans inspired food, which I enjoy New Orleans inspired food, but Cajun spices can be really hard on you, and it's very pork heavy, which is hard on me. So we didn't have as much flexibility in our menu options tonight, and we would have liked in a lot of ways.
But we had come back from our excursions at 1:30 and we were able to go to Cabanas. And so we weren't super hungry, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. So we were feeling a little icky after Cabanas because eating too much does that to you. And so we went into Tiana's not really too worried about not having a huge appetite. I got the crab dip, the hot Louisiana hot crab dip. It's not my favorite. It was decent, but it wasn't amazing. That being said, I've also been to New Orleans in the last few months, and I've had hot crab dip there, and so it was a high bar. There was no way it was going to beat it.
I discovered the kids menu tonight because I didn't like any of the appetizers, so I just had the mushroom soup off the kids menu.
I got the New York steak. It needed a little more seasoning on it. I can see why there's a pepper sauce that I got a little bit light.
And I had the Thanksgiving dinner, lots of cranberry sauce, which made me happy.
For dessert, let me tell you about our dessert. You got your dessert early, and you were quite happy with yours.
Yeah, I love my tiramisu.
I got the Louisiana root beer cream thing. I cannot understand this dessert. Didn't taste like root beer or sarsaparilla or any of that. It was like a gelatin curl. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Instagram food.
Instagram food to the highest degree. But it didn't taste like much. So all in all, we had a really full day.
Hey, Court.
You're tired.
I'm tired.
I think it's time for us to head to bed and sign off for the night. We'll see you around.